Doesn't it always seem that pimples pop up on your face at the worst times? I can recall a lot of times in my life where I had a pretty clear face for a while, and then right when that big date, job interview, or class presentation comes, a pesky pimple pops up and says surprise. The temptation to mess with a pimple becomes very strong. Well, if I pop it fast enough, maybe it will go away, we think to ourselves. The best thing is usually just to leave it alone, and eventually it will go away. I agree, though having a white head is a lot more gross than just having a red mark. I would only suggest popping the pimple if it is good and ready, and doing it the correct way. Otherwise, you could end up with a big ugly scab for weeks, or even worse, acne scarring. The best thing to remember is, when that pimple does pop up on your face during that time, when you really didn't need it there, it is not the end of the universe. Sometimes it can feel like it's a big deal, and don't get me wrong, it does suck, but there are some things you can do to make the situation better. First off, makeup. Applying makeup to the pimple can diminish the "here I am" factor to other people. Even if you're a guy, you can still apply makeup to where people won't notice it. Some of these makeups even have medicine in them to help with the acne itself. I will be reviewing some in the future. Make sure you get the right shade for your skin color for it to work. You still might have a bump after you got it covered, but it should help a little. The most important thing I wanted to say here is do not pick at your pimple in a desperate attempt to get rid of it before your big event. I am guilty of doing this, and it definitely sucks. I've ended up with scabs on my face, and that is definitely a lot worse than common pimple. People then know you are staring in a mirror picking at your face, which is a very unattractive image, if you see what I am saying. This will also increase your chances greatly of permanent scars forming, which will last your entire life. In most cases it is best just to leave the pimple a lot and let it heal. Just as a wound heals, it will heal too. No matter what big event you have coming up, don't stress out over a pimple, just let it heal.